Welcome back to another episode of Absolutely Nothing Podcast. July 28th, Pop, coming at you in the summer with your three favorites. Steve the Plum Gribus, along with...
Michael, real Anne Hathaway Sorosky, and...
Eric the Pterodactyl Dumblow.
Wow, I feel like
it only took 2 tries to get through it.
I feel like that's the first time Sorosky threw you the "and" transition.
I figured it's about time and helpful, so why not?
I could be wrong, but it felt like that was the first time that he said "and."
You really lobbed it up above the rim for me.
And
it's almost like I caused the error a second ago that we were talking about.
And he LeBron'd it down.
Gotta throw the extra pass after you make a mistake, you know?
All right, so I know we have some questions that Maria sent us a couple weeks ago that we could do, but I also want to talk about the whole Simone thing. So whatever you guys want to do first is up to you. Simone or the Maria stuff.
Let's do the questions first.
Okay. So
that's more like dumb A&P stuff.
Yeah, dumb Maria stuff, you know?
That's not what I meant.
I said, just to let everyone know, that wasn't in our three-way, very exclusive text message conversation earlier this morning. I texted them and I said, Maria asked if we're going to do the questions that she said a few weeks ago. And I said, usually we like to wait a few years before we answer
yeah, that was great.
Any questions. So this is super exclusive. She's getting hers done in only a month delay of time. This is and she's sleeping with one of the hosts.
Question 7 is weird because it's, will you take out the trash? So that's odd.
I think that one's for you, Steve. I don't think there's anything we can do about that.
Side note really quick about taking out the trash. Most neighborhoods that I've ever lived in, they have a bulk trash day once a month. We have a bulk trash day every other week.
Yeah, Vegas is awesome.
That's pretty sick. So just all that extra fucking so here's my thing though. I don't know if it's only because technically I'm in a new build. So I'm wondering if after all the houses are built and enough leeway is gone, I'm wondering if they're only doing all that much bulk pickup because they know people are decorating full houses and they just have massive amounts of gigantic boxes and garbage.
And constantly moving in. Yeah.
Might be smart community planning. I don't know if I've heard that term very commonly before, but we'll give Vegas some credit.
There's still dumb HOA stuff every other neighborhood I've been in. The one thing I think super dumb before we go into Maria's questions, we got a newsletter for all the new regulations or all the rules that they care about the most for our neighborhood. And one of them was you have to have your backyard finished within 3 months of you moving in, which I think is so stupid because I sort of understand it if you lived in a white picket fence neighborhood where everyone can see your backyard. We have 8-foot brick privacy walls. You can't see our backyard. I understand.
Yeah, goofy.
I understand maintaining your front and side yard where people see them. That is a no-brainer to me. But it's if I have 3 dogs and I want to keep a whole yard full of dirt so they can run around, isn't that my choice? Especially since I have the privacy wall that nobody can see. I think it's so stupid. But how would they know if I have a privacy wall? We don't have people just coming to check out our backyard. But I just thought that was the dumbest rule ever.
Yeah, HOAs are known for not being reasonable and are just the worst people. Hitler's bad, and then there's the HOA. So
if they don't throw in something random that doesn't make sense, are they really even an HOA?
Right? Yeah, they have to abuse some power.
Plot twist: Hitler was a great guy, but then his Jewish HOA leader really got on his nerves. And that's what happened.
Yeah, you know how sometimes there's internet memes I'm gonna tell my kids that this was LeBron. It'll be a picture of Eric or something, and then I'm gonna tell my kids that that's why Hitler got, that's why the Jews got so mad because and just watch out for the HOA.
So funny. All right, so the first one we'll get through quickly. The first one because Maria and I looked it up at breakfast and it's just she's wrong. But her first question was, is cereal technically a soup by definition? And it's just not, because we looked up the definition. It's clearly not. The definition was a liquid-based food that's usually, technically it said usually, so I guess there's a little discrepancy, but it says that that's usually boiled with meat, fish, or vegetables. Which is kind of what you would think the definition of soup would be. So I don't know where Maria was with that one.
Yeah, my also real quick analysis, real quick, was if I go to a soup kitchen or like a soup restaurant and order cereal, they'd make fun of me. And you can also eat cereal dry. You can't really eat soup dry.
You're like, I know they'd make fun of me because I did that once before.
Saturday, really embarrassing.
So yeah, we'll just get that one on quickly. And then, so the first one that we have is, what is something literally everyone looks stupid doing? So, and here's like, I got a little thing for you guys. I tried to come up with my own, but it's obviously hard to come up with like home runs. So I have two lists for all of them. I have ones that I came up on my own and ones that we looked up online that were like popular answers for like similar questions. So I have two categories for you guys.
So you wrote yours down.
Yeah,
first.
this seems like
This
really.
is, I don't know about this. I don't
Yeah.
feel great about it.
No, but
Yeah, what the hell is this?
No, but you could tell because the internet ones are like way better than mine.
Yeah, but who's to say you didn't sneak a couple of those onto your list?
I mean,
Right.
I think it's pretty obvious I didn't. Because like,
Is it?
mine are
Why?
Like, you'll see. Because like the difference, like the internet ones are hilarious, and mine are just like, yeah, like okay, like I guess.
I don't know if we're playing Family Feud or something today, where we give the most popular answers.
Also,
Yeah, luckily this isn't competitive.
Also, the big proof is like I didn't even have to tell you that at all. I could have just taken the great internet answers.
You should have done that.
I didn't
Yeah.
want it. Full disclosure for you guys. You guys are my boys.
No, sometimes you're burdening people to give like full disclosure. Just lie, and then everyone wins.
Can't do it. I'm not-
Steve, you know what this was? This was, remember the day we were playing poker with your favorite player, a female, and she said to just in the group that she has her own bankroll, which is just sort of something you don't have to say.
That's what
Like when you're like-
that's what I'm doing right now.
Not as bad, but it's in that neighborhood.
Yeah, but Steve's saying he doesn't have his own bankroll.
I thought you guys would praise me, like, "Oh, good idea, Steve."
Right, no,
like,
no,
you came up with some, and then you found some great internet ones. Like, great for the show. Good job, Steve. But now I'm
Yeah.
just like, it's funny. This is having like the complete opposite reaction that I thought. You guys are like disgusted. I can like see the look on your face.
Yeah, just lie. Just lie.
we-
It's like when
Alright,
sometimes people will like ask about like being off for something, or like I like whatever it is, like taking time off or whatever it is or something, and like just do it, lie, like just do it, and don't ask me about it. You know what I mean? Just like don't even put me in that position. Just do it.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Ask Nothing Podcast. You guys want to talk about these great original ideas that I have? That I definitely didn't look up half of them.
Yes, now I'm interested. I want to see how this big brain of yours works.
All right, so I was thinking we could do the Sorosky like COVID and quarantine stuff. We could just kind of like alternate like who starts for the question, just to like So I guess
Sure.
I'll start with this one. So things people look dumb. Shaving, like you just have to make a lot of weird faces sometimes.
You cut
everyone kind of
yourself.
looks-
There's blood everywhere.
This is a Maria original. Shout out Maria. But this is like hers that she thought. Like when people try to put away their garden hose in the backyard.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. That's strong.
Unless it's like a crank, like a roll one, and you're just like super strong cranking it in. But it's very rare that you get good cranks that aren't like interrupted by like weird. You can't get a full crank in.
Yeah, it's like there's always some kind of knot or some kind of block.
Right.
So I don't know what your guys' situation is. I'm assuming you don't even have a hose, Sorosky, because you're in the city.
Yeah,
Or no,
I know
but
what they are though.
you guys have a backyard though. I forgot. Yeah,
I know what they are, though.
It's like usually green, sometimes black. It's like really kind of looks like a snake.
Yeah, I think my landlords have a hose, but unless I puke or something, I won't use
So
it. You know.
we have a non-crank, and then we have I got from Home Depot just like a hook that is hanging on the side of our house on the wall, so that I just loop it and put it on there. I don't know. Are you a hanger, or Eric, or do you just like pull it up and put it on the ground?
Mine is one of those where like it'll compress into like nothing.
Oh, yeah,
But when
yeah,
it
yeah.
expands, it'll turn into a lot. So hose technology's come a long way. But
Thank God.
I used to have a crank, and I agree. You can never look cool cranking a hose in.
No. And then this is my best one that I came up with that I thought. Drooling.
Yeah.
Like Not a single person in the history of the world has ever drooled and looked smart.
Ironically enough, this is Dog's area of expertise because they can kind of pull it off.
Yeah. So can who's the guy from Theory of Everything? I mean, he's everyone
Stephen
knows
Hawking?
he's smart.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he drooled. I didn't watch the movie, but
Probably everywhere.
Probably a little bit. There's probably a little drooling going on. And then my last one that I have is, and this doesn't apply to everyone because there are people that are really good at these, but I said Rubik's Cube. Like, you just look like an idiot right now.
oh, I gotta disagree there. Have you seen did we talk about the Netflix documentary about Rubik's Cube competition?
We did, but I'm just saying the majority of people. Like that's why I prefaced, like, not everybody. But, like, if you give an average person that's never done one a Rubik's Cube, they look like a moron.
Okay, that's fair, but in my defense, the question reads, what is something literally everyone looks stupid doing?
Okay, that's fair.
Oof.
And here's why the two that I have from the internet are so good. Because the first one is, like, the best, for sure. So the first one is throwing with your non-dominant hand. Like, so good.
Yeah, that's
true.
strong.
That's really
Again,
good.
no, the problem is like some baseball players can do it, and so that's not literally everyone.
Yeah, I mean, but, there's a little gray area for some of
You
these.
came up with the question.
No, Maria
No,
did.
there isn't.
Maria came up with these. Aren't my questions. These
Yeah.
are Maria's.
Right, yeah, but you gave them to us, and yeah.
All right, fine. Then
I think it's a good, I get it, it's not everyone, but it's still a good answer because most people are pretty bad at it.
all right, here's one that's probably everybody. Chasing a ping pong ball across the room.
God damn it, I had that one from my
Wow.
own original thought. This is why this is bullshit.
Wow.
I had that as an original
But
thought.
don't worry.
Steve looks it up.
Don't worry. I'm not starting the next couple questions, so can't do that for. And technically, I only have internet ones for that one and the next one. I don't have them for every question.
Yeah, thank God. All right.
But just to solidify the answer, I mean, there is no good way. Like when you're playing beer pong and like a ball goes behind you and it's just like bouncing out of control, there's nothing you can do.
You
Plus, on
can't.
top of it, you're drunk.
You're drunk. Then plus on top of it, you have to bend over and like leave yourself exposed for an attack from the behind.
And never mind, you're also half the time watching for a bounce shot at the same time.
And even just normal
Right.
ping pong, you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great one, Eric. We'll give you that one. Good job.
Yeah, nice
See,
original
Steve,
thought.
that's how you just lie and then move on.
What a great one that we both came up with.
Eric Googled it himself, and now he looks like a cheater.
Yeah.
If he-
That's sick. Yeah, that's sick. That's pretty funny, actually. I didn't think about that aspect. Okay, so who wants to go second?
I'll go real quick because I just wrapped. I'm not gonna lie, I took a nap a little bit before this, so my ideas aren't fully developed. But
They usually aren't.
yeah, true.
Nap or no nap.
Yeah.
So,
again, like Eric said, you could have just lied to us. You didn't have to tell us that you just took a nap. Like, don't put us in that.
No,
don't put us in that position, Sorosky.
Yeah,
No,
don't put us in a position to have to like say, oh, he would have had better ideas if he didn't nap.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Just share your ideas.
I get it
Okay.
now. I get it now. What was I thinking?
Eating, drinking, and laughing. No one looks cool. You can do all those things separately or together. No one just drinks water and is like, wow, that person is awesome. Or no one like eats some Chipotle and then like everyone burps. There's like something on them. Like,
I love how your brain works. I mean,
Thank you.
it might not be a bad answer, but I just don't get it at all.
just the concept of just like if I'm eating at the dinner table and you have like a camera on me and I forget the camera's on and then I hear like a funny joke or something, and this can be separately too. It's just like if ever someone is laughing really hard, they look stupid. And if someone is basic eating and drinking functions, like it's weird. Just like look at yourself in the mirror next time. Trust me, it's not smooth. It's not cool. And even like when Kanye West eats, it's probably a little weird too. So like when Jay-Z and Beyonce are eating, it's still kind of weird. I don't know.
I guess the only thing is I'd probably add to that. There's probably some foods like crab, where like there's extra foods where you look super dumb eating.
Good point.
Like soup, when you're like slurping soup.
Cereal.
When you're slurping some of
Or
your
cereal.
some of your cereal soup, you know. But yeah, those are mine.
Okay. Any combination
What,
of
did you take a
eating,
nap or
drinking.
something before?
This is our nap ideas.
What the hell was that?
I like it. Hey, at least I didn't cheat.
I didn't cheat.
Well, you looked something up and then Eric said the answer 2 seconds later. So I don't know.
Here's the other reason you can proof check me that I didn't cheat, because you can Google these questions and you won't find my original answers there. Boom, mic drop.
Maybe you took them off the internet.
Steve's,
Yeah.
True. Plus, we know Steve's a Bing guy.
I know John. I know John Internet. I'm a what am I? Microsoft Edge guy. That's me.
Interesting. So you're a Bing guy.
That's me.
The only other one I had is getting in and out of a booth.
Yeah, that's good.
Ooh, yeah.
I like
You
that.
can't really look cool getting in and out of a booth. And then I specifically said, like, one time I went to I think it was a hibachi place where you would sit around the guy cooking, and it was a booth for like 8 people. So like there was different parties, and some like couple had to sit in the middle. And then if they had to like go to the bathroom, they had to be, excuse me. And then the other people on the end had to get out of the booth.
That's brutal.
And then the people from the middle had to get out. And you can't look cool doing any of that.
That's
Also, whoever designed that restaurant, you're fired.
Right.
You're fired. But yeah, that's good. And then real quick addition, honorable mention, obviously assist to E. When you're at the hibachi place and you catch something in your mouth, no one catches it. It's a miracle.
That's not true.
If it happens.
That's not true at all.
a miracle.
I could understand how it would be a miracle for you, but I feel like Steve and I, very athletic, would catch we would catch 95% of well-thrown shrimp.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And
you think you guys 95%? You think you'll catch
well thrown?
19 out of 20.
Well, if they're well thrown, if it's 20 well-placed
Well-thrown.
shrimp or broccoli. This is the funny thing, like, in my life, I've probably been to, like, hibachi 80 times, and I would say at least half the booth catches it. And the 80
So
times.
that's 95%?
No, he was saying Eric and I
No,
have
we're
good
saying
throws.
for-
Because
yeah.
you have to, they don't make good throws all the time, first of all. And we're saying specifically
Okay,
Eric and I, not every other random person at the booth.
So you're talking shit about professional chef shrimp throws right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're professionals.
We're not talking shit. We never said we expected them to be 100%. We're saying in a sample size of 100% good throws, 19 out of 20 is easy, maybe 20.
You know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to an NFL quarterback only hibachi restaurant. So we're not going to worry about the caliber of the throws. And we're going to see if people get 95% of them. From Tom Brady, leading the way.
No,
Sounds good.
See, you're misunderstanding again. We're talking about Eric and I would catch 95% of good throws.
Okay, you guys are just the greatest hibachi people
Not
I've ever
random
seen in my
people.
life.
Not random people.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to hibachi and see this. I'm excited.
Okay.
Do you have, sir,
throw-
do you have
we'll-
20 pieces of shrimp back there?
We'll tip the chef like $50 to just like stick around and give us each 20 good throws.
Yeah, we'll do yeah.
Plus, it'll be like the home run derby. Like, if he gets going with good throws, and like if he starts going like throw 8, throw 9, throw 10 are good, he's just going to keep it going and we're just going to vibe through their last 10.
I'm not
And
even
it's also
chewing.
gonna be like
I'm sitting there with my mouth open, just having him hit me in the same spot.
It's gonna be like the home run derby where there's a guy who hits 40 home runs and you're like, how does he hit 2 home runs in 3 minutes? And he hits 40 on the season. And
Yeah, if you get off to a bad start, that could also be bad too.
yeah, I don't know.
Wait, I mean, if we miss the first one, we have to catch 19 in a row. So there's a lot of pressure on that. Like those first 5, like you really gotta catch those first 5.
Yeah. I think it's harder than you guys are making it out to be. But okay, let's go to the next question.
So the next question was, what would be the worst buy one get one free sale? And then in the question, Maria said that her opinion was graves or gravestones, which I disagreed with because that seems like a great deal for like a spouse.
You mean like you buy theirs
Get yours
and then
free.
you buy your own even though you're still alive?
Like, because you're gonna need one eventually. We're all gonna die, so it's like, why not just get 2 for the price of 1?
Not to get too dark here. If you lose multiple family members in 9/11, you might as well get the combo grave deal.
Right. Like life can't get that much worse. Oh wait. Well, at least like let's have a silver line. At least I got a good deal.
Yeah. At least I didn't spend 1,100 and then 1,100. I spent 1,100 and 0. So
Okay, so here's.
And to Steve,
I'll go last. I was just gonna say I'll go last in this one because this is the last question. I have internet ones and my ones.
well, I just wanted to to build up your point of like someone buying one when their spouse dies but they're alive. It's kind of like if you guys ever gone to like say you go to like Kohl's and you buy socks and you're like, oh, I'm just buying standard Nike socks. If you go back like a year later and just go buy standard Nike socks, somehow they're still like a little bit different. So it just makes sense to like buy a shit ton of socks at one point so they all match. And it's the same thing with like graves. Then you're guaranteed to have a matching grave with your spouse,
Yeah, boom.
which is ideal.
Boom. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first this time. Plan B.
Nice. That's good.
It's the only one I had, but I just felt good about it.
Unless you have a threesome.
True. I didn't consider that.
Always got to consider that. That's a good one though, for sure.
Yeah, imagine someone who shows up and buys 2 Plan B pills.
That crazy night. Crazy night. You're like, I'm just gonna have her take both just to really be sure. You got any other ones?
That's all I had.
All right, Sorosky, what you got?
I just have to pass. Like, I couldn't think of anything. And just trying to think of something the past couple minutes.
Here, it's okay. I'll say the internet ones first, and they'll be Sorosky's. So
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Sorosky's are Nickelback tickets.
That's a little mean.
Kind of funny. But this
like,
one goes
you
along
might as
with
well go in a
Eric's.
group.
This one goes along with Eric's though. Abortion,
Yeah.
pretty
You know
much
what?
same concept.
If you and your friends
And then-
get knocked up all the time and want to go as a group, I don't recommend it. I could see it being a positive experience.
Plus, so then you have someone to support you throughout the procedure. Like you have emotional support there with you as well, and a good deal.
I don't.
And if you have any lingering issues, you have someone you can, be like, hey, yeah, oh, this would have been our kid's 5th birthday, You
Yeah.
can try to,
Also,
Yeah, you have that partner for life to talk to them about it.
yeah.
I don't know how abortions work, but I'm just assuming if you're aborting twins, it like costs more. How could it not?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, this is for our Absolutely Nothing Doctors podcast. We can come back to you.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like a menu when you get there
Yeah.
or what.
But it's just like they're doing twice the work, so it just seems like it would be more expensive.
Doctors are famously Jews a lot, so, it seems like something they would do.
And then the last one the internet said was a lifetime supply of anything.
I get it.
It's just like one of those answers where it's like, okay, you did it.
Yeah, like technically you win.
Like you did it.
But
Yeah.
true, like anything where you definitely only need one of them is a bad candidate for buy one get one.
So I have 2. My first one I thought was funny and made sense, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, I could see like why this wouldn't work. But my first one was a prosthetic limb if you only need one. But then it's like you could have a backup. Like if something happens to that one.
Hilarious pranks with the extra limb.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like you chop it off at a party and
Yeah.
everyone like freaks out, but then I got an extra.
Yeah,
like,
don't
I'm still
worry.
here.
You lose your fake eye, but don't worry, you got an extra fake eye. Like it's all good. And then the other one I had was like a transplant organ, where just like where there's only one, like a liver, a heart. Like why do you need why would you need another one? You wouldn't.
Yeah. That's good.
For black market resale.
Yeah,
it's
that's
the only.
that's true. Yeah, you could just make a quick like 20 or 30K or whatever.
One for yourself, flip one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
flip one of them, get yours for free, basically. These hospital bills, they rack it up.
Yeah, this is a tough question.
So, what are two normal things that would look super weird if you did them back to back? So, Sorosky, you would start with this one if you have anything.
So it's definitely. I'm still putting it together, but it's definitely buying like weird things like rope and like fire equipment, and then like going to a school or going to a park.
Yeah.
Like it's some fill it out yourselves, but it's
That's good. That's basically what I had. I had like all these would be fine on their own, but like if you dig a hole and then you have a bonfire and then you take out big garbage bags, it's just like the more you do of that, the weirder it gets. But they're all normal on their own.
Right.
Going to a school too is a good one.
Yeah.
You guys will like this one. This is the only one I came up with. Going to a petting zoo and then masturbating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like two totally normal things that everyone does. Just like you can't do them back to back.
I mean, you can pretty much add masturbating to anything.
That's what we talked about at breakfast. We were like, you could literally add like a sexual thing to almost anything, and it would work in this case.
Yeah. But petting zoo is strong. That's a good pick.
Yeah, but I could have went with children, but it didn't want to go super dark, and I'm glad Sorosky went with children for murder. So
yeah.
We'll go with bestiality, and you go with children for murder. That's like a nice mix.
Number one pick.
Going to a all-you-can-eat buffet and then running a marathon. Both normal on their own, but really weird when you do them back.
Yeah, like what the fuck is that person doing?
Good.
They just had that person just walked out of that all-you-can-eat buffet. Why are they running a marathon?
They're just running a marathon. Yeah.
I got another weird one. Volunteering at a soup kitchen while having those like wristbands from clubs the night before. Because I don't know, you don't really see that too much. When you're in the local food kitchen, you don't really see people with...
It's just like so oddly specific, too. Yeah. Plus, it like seems like what a great person. Like they went out partying and they still woke up early to like feed people at a soup kitchen.
I'd be suspect if I saw that.
I don't know why it's so funny to me.
I don't know why it's so funny either. Just like I just imagine Sorosky like sitting there with like waiting for ideas to come to his head, and then an idea comes in his head, and it's the idea that like you have a wristband on, and then you go to a soup kitchen, and in his head he's like, "Dude, this is it," and then fires.
You don't
and
see
it's a
it.
hit.
Nailed it.
And it's a hit.
Nailed it. That's funny. And then the last one we had was, what is the absolute creepiest thing a stranger could say to you while passing you on the street or sidewalk? I only have one. And it's nice feet.
Nice feet's good.
Yeah, nice feet's good.
Pretty creepy.
Or bad feet.
Pretty creepy. Anything with the feet, honestly. Pretty creepy.
I think when they say something like "you remind me of" and then like a family member, that's not a good way to go.
Especially since they don't know your family member.
No. Yeah, like one of their you're like.
You remind me of Aunt Joe. Who the fuck is Aunt Joe?
Yeah.
I don't know
that'd be weirder. Yeah, but it's just like I don't want to be part of your creepy family.
Oh, you can hear Noah a little bit. He's sad. Or he wants to contribute. He's got some good answers that we haven't said yet.
He was like, "How much time do we have to wait?" He's like, "I'm not even 2 months old. I've spent 80% of my life talking about if cereal is a fucking soup or not."
He's 3.5 months old. He's almost 4 months old.
And he's like, his math skills are still not developed. So that's my excuse for his age being wrong.
It is kind of crazy though. That he's almost 4 months old.
And the amount of soup and cereal talk he's had is ridiculous. That's why he's crying.
I mean, he's probably gonna love soup and cereal because I love soup and cereal.
That's a good point.
I have 4 Market Fresh soups in my fridge right now. Would you try to guess what 4 flavors they are?
Chicken noodle.
Yep, got it. Yeah, I mean, and let me preface by saying I'll give you guys a little bit of a hint. They're not weird flavors, so.
I feel like this was wrong based on what Eric said being right, but I was going to say Chipotle chicken soup.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go 2 for 2 here. Guaranteed broccoli cheddar.
Yep. Yeah, those are like
I'm gonna go 3 for 3 here. I'm gonna go 3 for 3 here. Don't stop my run, French onion.
Ooh, no. But I would have got it if it was available. If that makes
Well, I know.
that makes
I know that.
that makes you feel better.
I know people who like French onion. We know, like that each other. We like French
It slaps for sure.
I don't have Sorosky in my like French onion brotherhood, but like I have a few people where I'm like, oh, there's a, like if I'm at a restaurant, I'll be like, oh, they have the French onion. I'll point it out. Steve, you're one of those guys. If they have a French onion, I'll be like, Steve, they got a French onion here. If you didn't see it,
Yeah, remember
I have had a French onion soup, and it was the last time I had it was with Steve and Maria in Las Vegas at the Cafe Bellagio.
what was that place off of Lombard that we used to go to all the time? Miller's. Remember, everyone always got a thing of French onion. It was like we literally went there and it was like standard. Okay, we're getting everyone order their beer and we're all getting a French onion to start us off. They had some fire French onion though.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
That was good. All right, so I got 2 more. If you guys want to take a shot.
Chicken tortilla.
No, that was like the last time I bought them. I got chicken, which is like kind of what Sorosky was saying. I feel like close enough. What did you say? Like Chipotle chicken
Yeah,
or
he said-
something?
Chipotle chicken.
Yeah, but you hesitated and then you didn't give it to him, so that's why I thought maybe you just weren't giving it to him and it wasn't close enough.
I feel like I'll just tell you guys, and I feel like one of them you'll be like, okay, like that, yeah, but like wouldn't have guessed it, and the other one you'll be like, yeah, like
Minestrone.
No,
All right, go ahead.
the one
Cream of chicken.
nah,
All right, go ahead.
the
Cream
one
of corn.
no,
Tomato.
yeah, tomato bisque.
Nice.
So then there's one more, and the one that's left is the one that I feel like you guys are gonna be like, that makes sense, like when I say it. So if that's like a little clue,
Baked potato.
yeah, loaded potato.
Loaded potatoes.
Yeah, no, same shit. But yeah, those are the 4 I got chilling in the fridge right now. Got a fresh baguette too from the bakery. Just ready to.
I mean, it's huge to have with soup.
Yeah, I mean,
Changes the whole experience.
it does.
Do you dip? Do you dip?
I do both. I dip, and then at the end, when it gets to like the harder butt part of it, I crouton it.
Okay.
But I do start out with the dip.
real man's shit.
I do start out with the dip though.
Yeah, nothing better than a baguette dip in a hot soup.
Better than dude. When you said hot soup, nothing worse than when your soup comes out and it's just not the temperature that you want. I don't need it scalding hot, but I need it hotter than lukewarm.
Oh yeah, I agree, and I'd rather it just come out too hot because then at some point it'll be what you need it
Exactly.
to be.
So maybe we
Then
do
too
need
cold.
it scalding hot then.
Unless they just get it right on the first time and they keep it at the right temperature.
The problem is sometimes they'll pour like the soup and it's like you have other stuff coming to your table and then it just kind of sits there for like 5 minutes and it's like this is the prime 5 minutes of the soup eating experience.
Again,
Right, there's like a really small window.
They're professionals. Figure it out. I'm going to your restaurant to buy soup. Figure it out.
Figure that shit
Get
out.
it to me at the ideal temperature.
Figure that shit out. Sorry, did you guys have anything else for the creepy thing? I know I just kind of went on a soup binge there.
That's okay. That was good.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, anytime if they said anything that had information that I didn't previously give them, would
that's
be
good.
probably the creepiest thing someone could say. If they're just like, oh, I'm. What's a good example of this?
They're just like, "How's Liz?" And you're like,
That's a good one. Yeah. Or if they just said like, you're gonna be home tonight, that'd be pretty creepy as well.
That would be so creepy.
Because then I would definitely not be home then.
Especially if they knew if they knew your address too. You're gonna be at your house and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I mean, even if it like I had no reason to believe they knew my address, I would from that point on I would just assume they do know my address and I'd be out of there.
Just time to move.
Sorosky's like, probably if someone's just like, hey, do you know where the club is where I can get the bands? You know where the soup kitchen is? We're like, I feel like your answers are getting a little lazy here, Sorosky.
I would if someone asks you that, just run away.
You got anything though, Sorosky?
No, I said if they said you look like my my
for sure.
son, or something like that, and then like what do you say, and then you just move on.
How's your guys like running and walking competition going?
Hey, thanks for bringing it up. Thanks, Steve, for bringing it up. We never got to publicly talk about it.
Gee, I wonder who won.
I think I think we're gonna. I think my connection's bad.
Yeah. So we did a distance. Some of you may have heard on previous episodes, but we did a distance contest, running or walking, however you get it done. June 14th to July 14th. We bet $100 of Ethereum on it, which is soaring for me. Feels great. But I took an early lead. I did 8.5 mile run, which put me up 28 miles to 14 miles. And I kind of stopped looking at it for a couple of days. And Sorosky just took off and quietly caught up, and he got like 5 or 6 miles ahead of me at that point. And then we were just going back and forth, and Sorosky was getting like 5 miles in and that sort of thing. But we both ended up with, I think it was like 85 to 75 or something. It was a ton of miles. So we end up, we both win in that case.
And conversation over. Thank you. We both win, period.
Yeah. I compared it. Did we already talk about this publicly? No, we didn't. We were texting about it. So there's a fight recently, Steve, with this guy, Chris Matino, who filled in last minute to fight Sean O'Malley. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I watched that fight. It was brutal.
Perfect. I'm so glad you watched it. So like this guy filled in on 11 days notice. It's his first fight in the UFC. And he lasted for the 3 rounds. He got punched a record number of times in the face. And then they finally called it in the 3rd round. So I was going to say basically I was Sugar Sean O'Malley and I was dominating and I closed it out late. Like I didn't win until the last day, whereas he didn't win until the last round. But the story of the fight was Sorosky because I gave myself a 100% chance of winning. And he was truly winning for probably half the time.
See, and so remember Sorosky and I said it was going to be close, and you were like all offended, and we were like, I don't know, man. Like Sorosky's like walks a lot.
The one thing in Eric's defense, the last like couple weeks or so, or not the last couple days or so, I was like I had to do like maybe like 5 miles and then and then 5 miles and then my legs were like pretty like cramped up and like tight, and it was like I remember at one point where I was like halfway done with the walk and I kind of did that move where like you kind of like shake your legs off to try to get the blood flowing, and it was just like sore pain, muscles tangled. Like I was like oh god, this is probably not ideal for having to walk another 20 miles in 2 days, probably, which would have been needed, because even though Eric was like, up by like 10, if I did like 10, Eric would do 1. So I didn't have to do 10. I had to do at least 11.
Yeah, during the last week of it, Sorosky and I were doing like literally 4 to 5 miles a day, and we would just like we never even talked to each other. It was just like in the app we would see it. And then I'd be like, shit, Sorosky went again, so I would have to go.
That's awesome.
But it was good. Maybe we do something for August, Steve. Didn't you say you were going to?
Yeah, I definitely need to. I got to start like being more active for sure. So if you guys start over, I'll get on the thing too.
Yeah,
what do you guys think about like biking too? Because like running and walking is it's fine. It's just literally so boring. We'd have to figure out, if we did biking though, we'd have to figure out a way. It'd have to be like divided by 3 or something.
Yeah, I also don't have a bike, so I would just have to like go to the gym.
Right.
And just like I'd have to like take a picture of like my machine after I like went or something.
Yeah, maybe we just do running and walking again. That's fair.
But
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hate too if we found like I don't know what number. I mean, we have to go to some. I mean, the problem is it's a lot of work. Go to I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6, miles biked equals 1 mile walked, or I don't know what the number is, but
exactly. I'll try to look it up and see if there's like it would have to be like a universal, like the whole community accepts it as like a standard,
right. Like Lance Armstrong approved minus his issues.
Right. Yeah, it is definitely easy to bang out like. I mean, you could easily do like 10 miles on a bike like nothing.
No problem.
Right.
And 10 miles running or walking stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm down for sure. We'll get some details figured out off the air.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a good pop. I guess we'll wait for like all the Simone stuff till next time. If you guys can do this time frame, I can do this more often. So we'll figure that out off the air too.
Cool.
But
Yeah, I can squeeze these in.
sounds good. Anybody got any last thoughts?
That's all I got. All right.